For those of you who know nothing about the KOLONA games or only play the more known titles, those being Dota Phantom and Lunatic's Veil, Beach Volleyball is a KOLONA spin-off game that was released on the PS1 in 2002, with the target demographic being who the fuck knows. I guess it was dumb children who got to play it because the grandma thought that this guy on the cover was Sonic because the dumb kid wanted Sonic and now he's got what he didn't deserve. Or maybe he did. We'll never know. I honestly think that's what the demographic was. But even that apparently wasn't even close enough to making this game successful because, well, it's klonoa, but it's volleyball and I'm pretty sure that kids don't care about volleyball, and if they do, let's be honest, if they do, then they won't be able to have the best experience playing with homies because they're not interested in klonoa and video game adaptations of sports, and the kids who could just play volleyball in real life and had 4 times more fun, 40 times more excitement and shit. But what am I reading? What I'm trying to say is that kids could have more fun going outside with friends and play volleyball with them instead of just playing a video game adaptation of it. Unless you're like me and have absolutely no friends to play with because they have no interest in klonoa games, and because of that they only interested in going parties and shit and playing Free Fire like a fucking corno. Realidade brasileira, né? Fazer o quê? Beach volleyball is like that game we didn't need but we truly deserved it. And if you ask me why, well, all I have to say to that is well, I don't have the slightest fucking shred of a clue. But enough of the rambling and bitching and all that shit. Let's just go straight into this game.
You can do what to who again?
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Now, before you start this game, you need to keep in mind that you won't be committing more genocide. Instead, you get to play as multiple characters, each one of them with their own kind of builds. Those ones being power, technique, balance, and speed. For power build, which despite the name does not mean political power, by the way. I mean, volleyball doesn't need politics. Or maybe it does. Oh well. They're the characters that have heavier movements, but their attacks are actually pretty powerful. It's not actually the best type of character to play as a beginner, mainly because of the speed. Balance build. They're balanced. That's all. Technique build. Oh boy. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst. They're as slow as a fucking 1886 Mercedes-Benz motor wagon. I'm not even shitting, and their attacks are pretty fucking shit too. Don't play as them. Seriously, they're a waste of time, especially for beginners. Just don't play as them, especially Leorina. Fuck Leorina, she's a bitch. Speed build. They're the best ones, mainly because they're the fastest ones, and therefore they're the easiest ones to play as when it comes to, you know, being a beginner and shit. So if this is the first time playing this game, make sure to play as them. In a way, those type of characters actually remind me of the car classes from Need for Speed Carbon. But in beach volleyball we have a type of character that nobody dares to play as, mainly because they're so bad. I actually felt bad playing as them because I thought about the developers who spent days, weeks, or even months programming those characters, and they ended up making the shittiest ones. Sad. Oh, here's another thing about characters. You have to unlock them. Yeah, to be honest, unlocking characters in beach volleyball was not a good idea. I'm in favor of unlocking characters and stages in video games, but not in games like beach volleyball. It does not work well. What I'm trying to say is that what beach volleyball ended up doing with unlockable characters were just pointless and harmful to this game. Main reason of why you wanna play it again. You know, replayability. Anyways, let's jump straight into the gameplay.
I don't even know where the fuck this is or where I am. What is this? How did I fall in here? This is stupid. Oh my god, this is stupid.
Alright, this is where things get bumpier. The gameplay of this game is decent, I guess. I mean, it feels like a regular volleyball game, but with one nice feature. The special attack thingy. And how do you trigger them? Well, it's simple, but I'll try my best to explain. Actually, fuck it, I'm just gonna show you how. show not tell, bitches. I guess in this case it could mean show not explain. Discord moderators. There's also a mark button which doesn't do anything except do a Fortnite emote. And that's it for the cooler things I have to talk about this game. The rest is not that good or just not that special. I mean, the game itself is very simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy, and we will see why. Well, to begin, we have 3 types of difficulty: hard, easy, and normal. And yeah, easy mode makes this game not that bad, but when you go to normal mode, that's where some problems starts happening. The first problem that you're gonna come across is the fact that this game keeps changing characters automatically when you keep passing balls at them. Yes, you can get used to it, but sometimes you end up getting distracted a little bit, you know, and then you get a big bro moment. I'm not a volleyball expert, but I don't think that's how volleyball should work. You can change it on exhibition mode to make you control only one character, but you cannot do it on championship mode. But why though? To this day I still do not find an option to change it. Fuck my life. Which for me honestly doesn't make any fucking sense. Another thing is the AI, which, well, for a KOLONA game, it is actually pretty challenging. And I like that. That's the main issue I have with KOLONA games, is that they don't have a difficulty setting. And by default they're very easy. For me anyways. I mean, then again, I'm the same guy that managed to beat Halo 2 Legendary, so yeah, this is not the worst thing for me. I've seen worse. Not to mention that just like in any other video game that you played and I've played in my life and your life, once you get used to the game's mechanics and manage to use it in the best way possible, the game becomes easier and much more fun to play, and as a consequence of that, it becomes a better game. But here's the thing. The game doesn't automatically become easy. You must still struggle sometimes. And for me, that's a good thing. Because when a game becomes so easy to the point where you turn on the autopilot on your brain to beat the game, that's a bro moment in game design. So yeah, if you're finding this game frustrating right now, I would recommend you give this game a chance. If not, you can always go back to GTA San Andreas and kill prostitutes after having sex with them. Or watching Dead Space death scenes on YouTube. I mean, if you have a fetish for that, I won't judge you.
Cause I kinda like it though.
So if you're not into volleyball games, you can always quit playing this game. Unfortunately, I had to force myself to play this game because I have agreed to sacrifice myself and my soul for the sake of this review. Anyways, let's talk about something else. For story. Or rather, stories.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'm like, you know what?
Reason why I call it stories is because this game doesn't have a proper ending. It has multiple endings with multiple characters. Think about something like Tekken endings, but less batshit insane. That's basically what it is. If you want to see all the endings, you can just look up on YouTube. I won't go into any details on it. But I have to say that my favorite one has to be the Butterdog one, cause he's got the drip in that screenshot. And that's all I have to talk about. But I'm not finished yet. I still have to talk about something else. What would that be? Oh yeah, the fucking soundtrack. Now, as your typical KOLONA game, there's gonna be some bangers here and there, you know. Though the Phantom Mile and Lunatic's will prove that. And same thing goes to GBA games. Now with Beach Volleyball, because it is a game about playing a specific type of sport, of course there's not gonna be that many soundtracks compared to the other entries. Although it's not as memorable as compared to the other games, it's still nice to hear it sometimes, I guess. But when you start to hear it like multiple times, that becomes a problem. Because of the lack of soundtrack into this game, in the first few hours you're gonna start to get tired of this game's soundtrack. Because the same songs keep playing over and over again in a loop. And when it's a loop, man, when it's a freaking loop, especially a short one, you're gonna start to get crazy. I'm talking like you're gonna start to get tired of it, and then you're gonna end up muting the TV. And that would not be a problem if, just if, they put an option to turn off the game's music, which you can't, as any KOLONA game as expected. What is up with that? What's up with KOLONA games lacking the option to turn off the music or the sound effects off? Why? I mean, I did not play the remake, but if even the remake doesn't have the option, then that's just fucking ridiculous. I'm not saying I hate the soundtrack, but sometimes I just like playing without the soundtrack or without the sound effects. order out the speech. I can do whatever I want, bitch. Just give me freedom to do that. Oh damn, that was some good rant. I think I didn't make myself clear, but the only songs appearing on that image was only showing the stage themes. And when I was talking about the looped music, I was referring to the menu themes and the music that plays when the opponent is about to get its ass obliterated. So I think I made myself clear. Beach volleyball is not actually a bad game. Based on what it's trying to be, it's actually quite good. It just has a few frustrating elements here and there, but it's still tolerable. But the reason why you will probably stop playing this game for after 3 hours is the fact that this game doesn't have a lot of replayability into it, at least as a single player game. It's interesting in a couple of minutes, but then it starts to get boring, and I think that nowadays it's just not worth playing this game unless you have a girlfriend who also likes klonoa and likes beach volleyball for some reason and wants to play this game with you, which, I'm gonna be honest, will never happen to 100% of you guys watching this video. It's sad, but it's true. Now that I think about it, if beach volleyball was released in 2021, it will be a free-to-play mobile game that you will find on Google Play Store or App Store, I don't know, with the option to customize your character with different clothing accessories, which can only be found in loot boxes by the way, or pay Bandai Namco $60 to increase your chances of getting this piece of texture.
Because having brainwashed the gamble no matter what, nothing better than convincing children into gambling and calling it surprise mechanics. We don't call it the keyboard, we call it surprise mechanics. Now get your mom's credit card before I kill you in your dreams.
Anyways, that's everything I have to talk about this game that nobody asked for and probably should not exist. But it does. And before this video finishes, I'm just gonna leave you with some beach volleyball footage I've recorded. Anyways, enjoy my epic gaming montage. And also, I wish you a good day or good night depending on your time zone. Anyways, bye!
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Is your job affecting your health? Do you become fatigued? Does working take time away from family and social events like watching wrestling? There's an easy solution. Sue your boss. See, the great thing about this country is you can sue anyone for pretty much anything, and you'll probably win, or at least get a settlement. At the firm of Rakin & Ponzer Personal Injury Attorneys, we can show you how falling down and howling like a sissy can result in a large damage award from your employer. We also specialize in awards for injuries suffered in auto, bus, and train accidents, and can even train you to throw yourself in front of a bus and pretend to be injured. Hey, that's why they pay for insurance. Call the law offices of Rakin & Ponzer and get ready to enjoy a life of luxury.